Hey everybody, Adam here for True North Wild. Today we're going to do just a quick little tips and tricks video, a shallow dive if you will, on spring pike fishing. I've already touched on spoons in particular for spring pike fishing in my deep dive. Today I'm going to talk about other lures and in particular some terminal tackle and accessories that you really need to consider when you're going after those big monster spring pike. So let's talk lures real quick. Obviously there's a huge variety of lures and brand names out there. I have my collection of Lucky Bug lures pulled out here. LuckyBugLures.com, if you go there and you look at their Fusion Extreme, their Zombie Max, or their Lucky Plug, which is my choice of pike lures, you can see it's page after page after page of colors and patterns, and they all come in different sizes. So it's great to have that one source to match anything you need as far as water conditions for anything that you're targeting. Big lures for big fish. With that in mind, leaders. Let's talk leaders. We're going to go into some of the accessories and the terminal tackle for pike right now because that is just as important as your lure selection. Steel leaders are very, very important. You can run the thickest fishing line that you have and a big pike will come and bite right through it. Their teeth are razor sharp and they have a lot of them. Trust me, I know, I've been bitten, and anybody who fishes pike on a regular basis knows. So you need a leader. How long of a leader that you need depends on the presentation that you're offering. Leaders come in a variety of sizes, from short little ones that are a few inches, medium size, and up to longer ones, and even longer than this. So it all depends what you're fishing for, where you're fishing. If you're using a smaller lure, such as the Fusion Extreme, obviously you don't need a huge lure. Fish are going to come, you're probably going to get more small, mid-size pike that are getting more active early on. You don't necessarily need 2 or 3 feet of leader behind it, but you do need some protection for it. You also have options with leaders to go with the black material, so black nickel or wire. Good option if you're in really clear water, and again, that early phase where you need a subtle presentation, you don't want to spook them. So less flashy, blends in with the water better. You get the shorter ones, and they're thinner. They tend to be thinner anyway. Good for smaller lures, good for that early presentation. As you get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you go for some massive lures such as this huge Lucky Plug, you need a longer lure. You think of the size of fish that's coming in to chomp on this, and it's coming in, and you need to have lots of room there for it not to chomp through your line. So a good long steel leader is going to be a good bet. It's good to have a variety of leaders from short to long, from thinner to thicker, and a mix of the black or other colored ones with the steel ones to account for all the different presentations you need to do throughout the spring. So let's talk hooks real quick. You can see that some of these lures that I have here come with single hooks. Some come with treble hooks. A lot of people like to play around with their hooks and switch out. You might find that switching out your treble hook for a single hook or vice versa will get you more hook sets. That comes down to personal preference and experimentation. One thing I want to recommend though is don't overlook the pike hook, the specialized pike hook. This is a 2-hook system, you can see here. These things are awesome. They're called pike hooks for a reason. I don't know the science behind it. I'm not going to pretend to know why these work so well. All I know is that these double hooks, these ones that are actually labeled as pike hooks, they work really well for pike. They increase your hookup. They don't get tangled and stuck in the net or stuck on the fins or the gills as much as treble hooks tend to do with pike. They thrash around a lot. This double hook system just seems to really work well. So pike hooks, if you don't have them, I recommend you pick a few up, have them in your tackle box. They're really easy to swap out. You can throw them on any of these lures here and potentially increase your hookup rate. So the last thing we'll talk about is line. Line selection, obviously very important for any type of fish. For pike in particular, you want to keep in mind the way that they act when you hook them. Pike will often just grab the lure and not even be hooked, and they're so aggressive that they'll grab on, and I've had this happen many, many times, where you get it to the boat and they're not even hooked and they're just holding on because they're so aggressive that all they're doing is holding onto that lure with their mouths with the hooks completely in the open. They grab that lure, they torpedo, they dive straight down and they're straight away from you. So it's more a function of your drag setting and your rod action than it is any stretch in the line or anything like that. So braid is a really good option, in my opinion, for pike fishing. It doesn't have the stretch. It has the sensitivity, especially when you're going from that transition from the line to the leader to the lure. You lose that sensitivity a little bit in there. There's more moving parts. There's more pieces that you have to account for. Braid with the extra sensitivity is going to really help you keep that feel for the fish. So hopefully that was informative. As you can tell, it's getting close to my open water season here. I'm getting really excited. I'm starting to look through all my lures. I'm starting to make sure I have all the right accessories. I'm starting to really plan out what I'm going to be taking with me, where I'm going to be going, all that fun stuff. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if it helped you out at all. Let me know what you are preparing for this spring, what you're going to be targeting, and how you're getting ready for it. I always love reading those comments. I always try and reply. If you're not already, follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/TrueNorthWilds, on Instagram @TrueNorthWilds, and of course our blog site, TrueNorthWilds.com. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you outside.